Hey Wayfinder, I want to be a little more clear about what I meant earlier that I feel like I kind of glossed over. When I started with the bra example and said that a whole lot of like a 36B and a 34C were once upon a time basically the same bra from Victoria's Secret, where I used to work and to sell people all the time. And I'm not proud of that, but I needed money in college. Yeah. So with 1K repeats, a lot of these workouts are totally fungible, and that's what I've gone for is a narrow range month to month changes, so that it's not a huge, even if we go from a 5K rep in April to a 10K rep in May, that doesn't mean we're backing off. That the duration is probably longer, or the recovery interval is different. So to give an example down here, so we've got 1 kilometer repeats and 5K pace with active recovery. Something that could look similar would be, I'm not going to do the math right now. Nope, not going to do it because I'm hot and I really want to eat my lunch. So it would be something like half mile, 1,200 meter repeats at 8K pace with AR. In a non-elite runner, it's the net same physiological benefit. But this tends to spin people out, so I don't like giving it that often. I'll just say recover. And for some people, that means laying down on the side of the road and just like gasping for air. I don't assign workouts reps so hard that would require intervals that extreme. That's more appropriate for power building and track stuff. That's why I threw wind sprints in, is to do some of that power generation over the next few months. But I digress. So workouts that would look similar, X number of 1 mile repeats at 10K pace, jog recovery. All three of these, I would argue, are basically the same workout. It's the same. Because we're in an athlete that does not demand the specificity, that's not worried about the trade-off between critical power and endurance. Basically the people that aren't going to lose a third of their salary this year if they place even like a fraction of a second behind somebody else, right? To that person, these three workouts provide basically the same physiological benefit. And that is why when I do my programming for the year, I do it all at once. I write out 12 workouts month after month that have similar looks and feels, or different looks and feels, but very similar physiological benefits. Some months are a little harder than others, and that's intentional. That's to keep the people that have been in there here a long time, prevent them from getting bored, because I don't want that. But I also can't afford to make something consistent year round that has huge spikes in difficulty if we expect to let in new people year round, which is really what I want to do. So in order to not exclude anyone, the baseline needs to be very, very, very consistent month to month over the course of the year, year after year after year, with options for ramps to make things harder that people can opt into at will. I want to, and we're going to talk about those levers later. I'm ready to pull the strength lever. I got a BOSU. Where's my BOSU plan? I got a track that's available. Kids are going to be on it. I can get in lane 8. What can I do while my kids are running the track, or while my kids are at basketball practice, or while my kids are at football practice? What can I do on the track on the outside of football? I get a lot of that a lot too. So I really want to be synthesizing what the levers that are available with the client lives in places that they can opt into without making people in the baseline group feeling like they're behind, lesser in some way, or not doing the right thing that don't belong there, right? Because in here, everybody belongs and it's really easy. And then when you can opt into the specialized programming, you do so without ever having to leave the main group. And it's really like the difference in the disruption is minimal. I do not want to segregate on the basis of pace. I've said that, I mean that, I hate that nonsense. And we shouldn't have to do it if we're all running independently, capped by our own heart rates and sharing our capabilities in a virtual manner online. Yay! So we can worry about the physiology all day long. If I can't see people and I can't touch people, I have no idea if they're passing the chair test. I can't really give them a lot of the traditional stuff, and I would argue that's the reason that they're here training with me, is because that stuff didn't work in the past. It broke them, it hurt their feelings. They didn't do it well. It didn't make any difference in what they were doing. And when you don't pass the cheer test, he'll why would you do? He'll repeat. So they're not going to do any good for you. I would be like, you're better off coming over here and really focusing on this recovery. That will do it. Just doing what I tell you to do, what I ask you to do, and truly letting yourself recover rather than pushing harder and harder. Looking for the hardest of hard is not going to yield the benefits that you want. This good synthesis and mix of hard and recovery, that is exactly how over time you gently but consistently and quite firmly push someone's fitness level northward. That's what it's all about. Yay!